What's up, crew? Today we're installing the dash plate on OG 81.
OG 1981 JS440.
There we go.
And what we're going to do is install the dash plates.
So you have a choice here. You can delete the choke and the fuel reserve, right?
Choke and fuel reserve.
Or you can keep them and just drill the holes in them for them. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to keep them, drill some new holes, and then install everything and show you the completed process. So
cool. Let's go to work.
Yep. You have to be careful with anything right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Some of this stuff can be kind of brittle because it's so old. This is an 81 ski, so there's a lot of brittleness. You'll have to undo this little lock nut. It just unscrews from this backing plate. And then this whole cable will actually slide out if you want. And I'll show you that from the inside. So we've got this part, and then we've got a 10mm nut down here that's going to attach it to the E-box, and then you can just pull the whole cable straight out. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so with a 17mm, I'm taking the backing nut off the choke cable. There's also a clamp on here with a 10mm on some of them, and so you're just going to undo that. And then slide the whole thing out. Come on, baby. There's a lot of silicone in there. There we go. Alright. Then we're going to get Allen wrenches to take this off. This plate is glued on, so we're going to have to unglue that as well. Okay, so this is all out, and all 4 bolts are out. Now this plate is siliconed to the hull, so now I've got to bust it out of there with
That's a highly technical term there, Tim.
Yeah, I try to keep up on my tech terms. You guys can use what you want, but I'm going to use these tools and my little frame. So let's see if I can get behind here without jacking things up. And when you look at this, you got to have the right edge over. And then you want to clean all this up, get all this stuff off of here, that old crusty sand. Those are good times right there, I guarantee it. And then take a razor blade and take all the silicone stuff off. And then we're going to use the plate here for a template, so we can drill it out on there, and then we'll reinstall it.
All right. So here we have the new back plate, the original OEM stock plate. Just going to line them up. Now keep in mind that this is the back of the dash plate, the insert. This is the front, so these are backwards, but we're just using it to find, they'll be mirrored in other words, but we're just using it to find the centers. So line up the holes, and then you can stencil out the centers, or the perimeters, and then from there we get a pretty good idea about where the center's at, so we can drill our starter hole. Is that right? So now the process of this is going to be to start off with like a, I think that's the wrong one, with like a 1/8 for a pilot, and work our way up like every 2 or 3 bits until we get to like a 1/2 inch. Right, so both of these will have to be 1/2 inch diameters or near 1/2 inch diameters. Ooh, and these are sharp, huh?
Yeah, they're brand new.
Yep. So an important thing to remember here too is that when you start stepping up to the larger diameter drill bits, when you're cutting plastic, you don't want to cut the plastic with a forward rotation, because then you'll chip it and cut it and crack it, right? So it'll be climb cutting, it'll be moving backwards when we cut it. So we'll start off with the pilot holes, just traditional drilling on some of the smaller drills, and then when we get to some larger drills, you'll be in reverse and you'll be drilling the hole. Okay? So let's go ahead and make that happen.
Use a blocking wood too, a backing plate. so you don't drill into your hard surface.
There we go. Got our 2 pilot holes. Now it's just a matter of stepping these up. So be a little patient here. Step it up slowly.
Go in reverse.
For these first couple ones, I think it'll be okay. You just gotta be gentle, right? Take it slow. Not a whole lot of weight.
Yeah, because that piece of plastic will crack. Show them the other one.
Yep, this is the first round. This is the first go. And then this is climb cutting. So this was traditional cutting with the bit moving in the forward direction, right? The clockwise direction. And this is moving in the counterclockwise direction. You can see that even though it was so close to the edge, if you're drilling in reverse, you can still put a hole.
Get a clean cut.
Yeah, right next to the edge there.
Cool.
So that's what we're going for, but without cracking it the first time.
Yeah. Hey, lesson learned.
So now go ahead and do the climb cutting. Just do that in reverse. It takes a little bit longer, but it makes so that you don't crack the plastic. You get almost all the way through, but the wood stops you, and so you just kind of poke it the rest of the way.
Step it up. How many do you step up? 2?
That was 3 right there.
3?
As soon as I get rid of it, the third one.
So you're gonna go.
So I'm almost at a quarter.
Okay.
It's slow but steady. Right?
Yeah. As long as it don't break.
So reverse, right? We're in reverse still. Forward just to deburr it, right? Go ahead and do that to this guy too.
That's all you'll need?
I think that's all we're gonna need for.
All right, well, let's check it out. Ooh, pretty.
Actually needs a little bit more on this guy, I think.
Okay. I have a deburring tool, kind of a stepping tool.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use that.
All right.
So half inch works good on the left side, but on the right side we need a little bit more just to get down to that diameter there. Okay. Let's see how much that is real quick. Let's double check. It's about 17 millimeters for an inch folk, right? 675 thousandths.
Okay.
All right, so we're finishing up the hole with one of these guys. We brought it all the way to a ½ inch. It needs to get a little bit bigger. So we're just going to climb cut again. And I'm kind of just going to apply a little pressure with my right hand onto the drill bit and keep it going.
And I got a first aid kit in the other, it's 5 feet away, so.
I think we can deburr this just by going, makes me nervous. But. deburr this side too. There we go, nice and clean. Let's check the fitment on this guy.
Cool.
Like a glove.
All right. So now what we're going to do is take that covering off and just show the finished product on the outside. And that looks like a mirror. It was like, holy moly. And that's going to look good on there. And
yeah, just be careful not to scratch the back. This is actually the mirrored side. So when you are drilling the holes, don't run a drill bit along the edge, or else you'll see that from the back.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yep.
Yep. And then we'll just polish this up. We'll get it all cleaned up.
Or if you want to carve your initials in there.
Yeah.
It would come through on this side.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. And that's a pretty good idea. What I could also do is just go ahead and apply the glue either to this side or to the back side of this. And then when you mount it, you're ready to go. So we're mocking it up. We're going to install these cap screws. This is just a mock-up. We didn't put the glue on just yet. Just make sure it fits right.
Here, I'll hold it.
Ooh, she's a tight one. Damn, that thing hits good. And it doesn't hit any part of this piece, and it fits right into the grooves that are pre-notched. And that is tight. That is nice. And that latch ain't coming off with any ease. So I like it. Let's mount it up permanently.
So one thing that went into the design here was that it was not just a dash plate, right? It's the dash plate plus when you lock in the actual bars here, there's nowhere for them to wiggle left or right because they're actually inset into the aluminum. Right, so these little guides are keeping them from wiggling left and right and solidifying the locking point. So you have the locking point underneath here and then 2 locking points in the channels.
So what I'm using is Permatex adhesive sealant clear RTV silicone, and I just kind of put a little bit around. All right, just put a little bit around each one, just enough to get it sealed off, and then around each of these. Because like I say, you don't want any water getting inside the hull, and these are the points where they're going to happen. And it doesn't have to be a massive amount. You can clean up what squishes out.
Let's look at the pattern before you put it on real quick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thanks. Okay. Put that on. And then I silicone the bolts because it helps prevent them from rattling out, you know. And in addition to sealing them, so it's just one extra thing to do, and it just peace of mind, because they will leak, if not now, later.
While Tim's finishing this up, the dash plates come in 3 different colors: blue, silver, or clear anodized, blue anodized, silver anodized, and then a polish. There's also 2 different style of back plates right now. There is the mirror back plate, which you can see here, and there's the black chrome back plate, which also looks really good, especially with like the blue and the silver.
Okay, so the first thing we did is we clocked it so that the C is showing like a C, because that's for choke. And then when you tighten the nut, the 17 millimeter nut on the backside, you just want to make sure that you don't turn it too much and it gets unclocked. So hold the cable in place, put a little silicone around the nut, and then tighten it up, and then you're good to go there. On this piece here, everything fits really nice. You'll install this, and then take your OEM screw, drop it back into the valve body, and your Japanese Phillip head screwdriver, and you tighten that little good girl up. And then you're good to go. Boom, boom. Fits like a glove. Nice job, Adam. That's really nice.
And then you can check your hair while you're riding. you know.
We should do a video of that, like doing our hair.
I say if you just ate something,
I think
you
that'd be
check
for
your
knee
teeth.
riders.